Today we will be installing Windows 10 from beginning to end. This video is a run through of installing Windows 10 and can be very helpful if you've just built a new PC or need to rebuild your current machine. Hope you enjoy the video. If you're new here, I'm Toby and welcome to your retreat. So the first step is going to be to go to the Windows 10 download page. We're going to go onto here, go onto the first page here and download Windows 10. You're going to download the creation media, and once that's done you're going to want to run it. So if I run it, it's going to come up with a prompt, yes or no, and once that is done we are going to let it run for a second. So you are going to need a USB, I think it's a minimum of 16 gig or 8 gig to run this. So what we'll do is just going to let it get a few things ready, and then once it's done this you're going to need to plug in the USB stick as well. So what it's getting ready is it's compiling everything because it's going to download the OS as well and create it at the same time. So you're going to need to read the terms and license agreement, which I've already done before, so I'm going to click accept. If you don't agree, obviously you won't be able to use this piece of software. So we're going to get a few things ready. There we go. So we're just going to give it a second just to get everything ready it needs to do, and then it's going to start asking us a few questions. It's going to ask us the version and the USB stick where you're going to want to install it to. So I'm going to create an installation media because I want to install it on another PC, and then I'm going to go United Kingdom Windows 10 64 for myself, but you can also choose 32-bit if you'd like to. I'm going to click yes, and I'm going to hit USB flash drive. So now what you've got to do is you've got to get your USB you're going to flash into. So if I just grab my USB here quickly, and all I've got to do is simply plug it into the port on my computer. I plug in my drive, and there you go, you see it's popped up. I'll show again, there you go. Right, I'm going to click that. That won't pop up for you, but if you click that and then click next, it's going to start downloading and installing Windows 10 onto the drive. So we're going to do, it could take 10-15 minutes, up to an hour, so it depends on the speed of the drive and the speed of your internet connection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this running now, and I'll come back to you once it's done. So now the USB drive's been flashed, we can click finish, and it's going to start closing the setup. Now this is done, we can move on to the PC, so I'm going to get my PC set up and I'll be right back with you. So now I've got the computer completely set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to power on the desktop I'm using and then go into its boot screen. So I'm going to click the button now, and it's on, and then I'm going to start clicking escape because I know that's the key for my computer. So for example, if you don't know yours, you can search up the desktop name and boot into start menu, and that's what brings this up. So I'm going to go to boot menu and I'm going to choose my Kingston Data Traveler. So I'm going to let this boot up. So this is now Windows 10 which we're installing, the latest version of Windows 10. So this can take a little bit of time depending on how quick your device is, and the USB, so if your USB is a bit slower, then it might be a bit slower than normal. Make sure you boot into either, if it's a free USB, make sure you go into that right port to make it as quick as possible. So what we're doing is we're just waiting for this to start booting, and I'll be back with you when it has booted up. So now we have booted up, you're going to need to make sure you have a keyboard and a mouse. So I'm just turning on my mouse and getting it quickly plugged in. Make sure you've got keyboard and mouse, but the keyboard and mouse monitor right. Get this plugged in. I can plug in my mouse. That's why I've done it now. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose English United Kingdom for mine. I'm going to go to install now. And it's going to come up with two options of how to install. So what we'll do is we'll wait for the setup to continue loading on to the next step, which takes a second because it's setting all the languages for the next bits that we're going to be doing. So get this set up. So I'm going to need to accept the license. I've already read it before. If you haven't read it, then please give it a read. And then because we're doing a fresh installation, we're going to do a custom install. And what I'm going to do is, if you have any partitions, just delete every partition off here. So I'm going to be doing that because I have currently got an Ubuntu install on here. So I'm going to need to that. And that. So this is my 1 terabyte SSD, and this is the boot drive I'm going to be using. So I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to go next. And now it's going to start installing Windows onto this desktop. So what you're going to want to do is wait for it to finish installing and then reboot, and then we can move on to the setup. So I will do another on that. And yeah, so we just got to wait for this to install now. Alright, so now you can see the system is completely set up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly just mute Cortana in case she starts talking. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose United Kingdom as our input, so choose the correct one for you. And it's going to ask me the correct keyboard layout, which is United Kingdom, which is right, and I do not want to add a second keyboard. If you do, go through the same steps again. So now we're going to move on to like the network and user account tab. So we are going to wait for this to connect to the internet, get all the bits it needs to download to continue on. So the system is now completely installed and ready to go. So we're just going to let this do its job, and you can even now, the next step, you should be able to sign in with a Microsoft account or skip the Microsoft account step. I'll show you in a sec. So using Microsoft obviously has a few benefits, but also a few downsides. So if you use Microsoft for Word and stuff, or OneDrive and backing up, OneDrive is going to be brilliant on a Microsoft account and backing up and syncing between systems. But if you just want a local account, then you completely can. They have changed that in Windows 11 though. So what I'm going to do is going to wait for this network tab to continue, and then yeah, just giving it some time. Okay, so now the desktop's been connected, we can say we're going to set up for personal use. And then you can either add in a Microsoft account or you can add an offline account. So if you log in, you're going to get Microsoft apps, services like OneDrive, Office, Edge and Store, and it enables features like syncing of browsing and passwords. I'm going to click on offline account, but if you do, you can create one here or log in with one if you already have one. So it's just going to tell you again that you're going to have a limited experience, but I'm completely happy with a limited experience. So I'm going to log in, I'm going to create an account called Digital. I'm going to create it no password at the moment because you don't need one. If you do choose a password, then you put in a password, it's going to ask you 3 memorable questions. So it's going to ask me to import settings of other browsers. I'm going to put not now. And it's going to ask me a few settings on my location. So I'm going to put no to my location, no to find my device because I'm not signed in. Only send the required diagnostics. I'm going to say no to ink and typing because I haven't got a touchscreen at all, and tailored, no thank you. But these are all completely up to you what you'd like to choose. There you go, you can customise your experience, but I'm going to click skip for now because I don't really know what I'm going to use this desktop for yet. So Cortana is a bit like Google, the Amazon, I'm not going to say because they're all going to set off, and obviously Siri. I'm going to click not now because I'm not going to use it for that. And there we go, the desktop is now setting itself up, all logged back in and working. So this is the Windows 10 setup complete on the desktop. It's now down to you to see how you want to set it up. If you want any other videos on what to do with Windows or other setups, please do leave them in the comments down below and I'll do those for you. There will be a Windows 11 version coming out very soon and I'll link that when it's out. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy your time at the retreat, please do leave a good comment and a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you at the next time. Have a great rest of your day.